Now they looking stupid. They know what time it is. They can't tell no more lies because I'm listening to my intuition and I'm too intuitive as fuck. That's why these people is acting like bitches. Somebody did a hot foot spill. They expected for me to self-sabotage. They tried to block my heart chakra and expected me to self-sabotage, and I still grew, healed, and evolved past what all these enemies thought they had planned for me. Now they shooketh and scared to looketh. The magic didn't work, so now they bound to it. That's why they shooketh and scared to looketh. This person that wanted me to abandon God, this third party that wanted my life, that's who was remote viewing. What a creeper. What a weirdo. For this to come out about any of these third parties that participated in this because they wanted my life, you are so embarrassing. For people to find out that this is what you do behind the scenes. You do spell work and death magic and rituals on people because you want their life. And then you outside in the public acting like you got it all together and somebody should be putting you on some type of pedestal. That's why your mask is ripped the fuck off, because you a big fat fake phony. You's a big fat fake phony. You do spider magic. When that shit didn't work, that's what's bound to you. Third party wants your life. I might have to whip out this, mark my words. Ooh-wee, what's going to this third party? Somebody will pass away for coming for me. Ooh-wee, they do black magic on people to get them to work with them. Can't go back to yesterday, what they did with this high priestess. A powerful alchemist. That's why you a loose end. Ooh. Somebody hate that I work for myself. And now people is judging this person, or this is what a good judge is finding out, that these people just hate that I work for myself and that they was holding a grudge. No one to hold them and no one to fold them. Psalms 91 on that ass. Ooh, mark my words, somebody will pass away. They did spell work on them so they could do spell work on me. Ooh wee. Third party wants your life, mark my words. Ooh wee. Aunt Sent, once you see the truth, you can't unsee it. Somebody is a dream thief. They was trying to trap you whole time. God used you to trap them. Aunt Sent is a dead man walking, or the people that worked with her is a dead man walking from all this mental magic and confusion spells and suicide spells that they was trying to do. And it's receipts that this is my birthright. Remember, it's not somebody else's pathway. It is not this third party's pathway. It's mine. It's actually my birthright. The fuck destiny. It's my birthright. That's why this whole dried up. Stolen identity. This third party, mark my words, she ain't gonna be able to steal my identity. She tried it. She tried it. Look at this. Look at this. Third party, mark my words. People will know that you a big fat fake phony. That you stole that shit from me. Oh my God. Oh, you know what? You know what time it is. The string thief. Hold on. Let's get some handy dandy notebook on this dream thief. On this third party that want my life. That was remote viewing me. She not a divine feminine. She wasn't expecting for nobody to do no research on her. To dig up no dirt on her. She wasn't able to get somebody to reject me, to leave me behind, to make me feel rejected. That's why I'm still winning. She's not a leader. She's not an alpha. She has no domination over me. She can't assert no type of, I forget, house in the reverse. Her stability is tanking. What's up with this third party over here with this stolen identity? She thought she was winning, but she not divine. I'm cracking the fuck up. What's this third party? A backwards ass Sagittarius. A backwards ass Sagittarius. And this the third party. This Sagittarius is blindly optimistic and careless, irresponsible and superficial. A Sagittarius, this a back, mind you, the Sagittarius is karmic. This backwards ass Sagittarius, this his third party. She wanted my life. Look. This what she wanted. My abundance pack. with this Sagittarius. Not knowing that or maybe she did know, or I don't know, or the third party, she wanted, this is the life that she wanted. But somebody is not a Jezebel, or somebody didn't know she was a Jezebel, and somebody didn't know he was backwards. I am cracking the fuck up. And now somebody is mad. They think these mofos is fucking crazy because they see that I'm innocent, that I'm sweet and compassionate. Something about a Leo is seeing me as a beta, or he see people, he know I'm a beta and I'm standing in my power, and they got him sick. And we can't forget this sister, this backwards ass Aries. She knew damn well I wasn't sick, that they wouldn't be able to get me sick, and they wouldn't be able to block me. She wasn't expecting for me to stand in my power, though. She wasn't expecting for me to start a whole story time on these hoes. She can't block me. She can't interfere because I'm speaking straight facts. And I don't motherfucking care. The fuck? They got all these people in despair that they tried to come for me. They all trying to run away. They all trying to escape. They all trying to avoid what they did because they wasn't able to achieve their goal. I don't got no entity attachment. Third party wants your life. But I'm not a lust monkey. She's a lust monkey. I would have to be a lust monkey in order for her to steal my shit. Or somebody ain't lusting after her. So this whole doing love spells, I'm cracking the fuck up. And somebody keep mending themselves back together, healing and recovering. Because whoever this is that she doing love spells on don't do too much. They're not excessive. They don't struggle with gluttony. And it's, people can see that for themselves all over the internet thanks to my story time. She's a stalker. She's been spying and surveillancing and invading privacy. Nobody was ever thinking about her. I'm not a witchy sister. And she's not in a relationship. She can't be in, she's not in a relationship with somebody. That's why the death magic, or I'm not in a relationship with somebody, this Jezebel that she was working with. That's why the death magic is returning back to them. All that chaos magic, it's going back. Because I am ambitious, disciplined, patient, careful, humorous, and reserved. That's why I get this soul contract. That's why I have this type of access to call judgment on you hoes for trying to abuse me with this backwards ass rich guy. So let's see. So this third party that wants my life can't get somebody to lust after her from divination. That's the love spells we just seen. So she can't get somebody to be a lust monkey over her. That's the love spells. They're not working. Third party wants your life. And she bothered as fuck. She is so upset. She is so upset. Somebody not surprised that somebody was doing divination. And that I'm not an impersonator. And that this is not her twin flame union. And that she don't got no spiritual protection. And that something is not her occupation. They didn't know that I wasn't bound to somebody. They was just superficial. That was superficial to think that I would be bound to somebody and that you would get my gift. This other woman, that goes to you, ho. You ain't coming up. This ain't gonna, do I look like a lick? I mean, I know I look fucking delicious, but no, bitch, this ain't no motherfucking lick. This ain't no get rich quick scheme over this, bitch. You gonna learn today. This third party that want my life is bothered as fuck because people admire me. Because people admire me. Because somebody admires me. She can't send me the evil eye because I'm out of this world. She should have thought about that before she came for an extraterrestrial. What's the lust in the reverse? Somebody is not a lust monkey. Me. And I'm not the source of something. What I'm not the source of? The collective. I'm cracking the fuck up. She is not chosen. She, remember, it keep coming out that she's not divine. She has no connection to God. Remember, she works for the devil. Remember, it came off of her before. She is the devil. She is not directly connected. She has no angelic ancestors. The people that she call on and that she be offering up what's it called? Offering up offerings to and whatever, asking to sacrifice, is demons and devils and low vibrational entities, not God. Source in the reverse. I'm chosen though. I'm the real deal, Holyfield though out this bitch. What's the source in the reverse? For money. Somebody is not the source of somebody money. What's the source of somebody money? Somebody is not the source of somebody money. Somebody's stability is in the reverse. They wish they never trusted these people. Her stability is in the reverse. What's the source of the money? Who the source of the money? Somebody not the source of the money. What you mean somebody not the source of the money? A soulmate. Something in the courthouse. So a soulmate tried to get control over something in the courthouse, and this third party is finding out that this person was never their money, it was mine. What's the house in the reverse? Something is true. What's the house in the reverse? A house never belonged to somebody. It belonged to me, the rising star. That's why they didn't want me to love myself. That's why they didn't want people to see me as genuine and authentic. They didn't want people to trust me. What's the trust in the reverse? They wanted people to think I was op. So that nobody would know that I was divine, and nobody would know the things that were left to me that these people were stealing. So this third party is finding out that this family, exactly what I was about to say, this family that she thought was a good idea to join, that they're big fat fake phonies. This sibling, the sister that she was working with. Exactly. She trying to jump ship because she wasn't expecting to be exposed. She wasn't expecting for her mask to be ripped off. Well, what a tangled web we weave. Oh, it's a little too late for that, buddy. What's the courthouse? This person that traveled. Somebody is not the source of somebody's money. Maybe not no more. They can't steal my energy no more. They can't siphon. What's the soulmate? A soulmate didn't know something? What a soulmate didn't know? That I wasn't bound to him. That wasn't somebody's job title and position, and that they wouldn't be protected. This twin flame. Oh, I'm cracking the fuck up. I'm not into karmic masculine. I'm cracking the fuck up. So yeah, that's how he know who I is. And that he didn't know he didn't know my spiritual rank before he traveled. So this is everybody finding out what each of these people wanted. Everybody finding out that she worked with them because she wanted my soulmate. What's the courthouse? Somebody can't move on from something that's going on in the courthouse. Ooh, oh shit. She is in spiritual jail. I call judgment on this hoe. And she in spiritual jail now. That's that Psalms 91 we keep seeing. My ancestors got her tied up. And you got we seen physical court date. You got physical court coming up. You in purgatory. You in spiritual jail, and you finna be in physical jail. Ooh. That's the only reason this person that traveled wasn't concerned, because they said I was a lust monkey. She stole my man. She did magic on my man to get him to be with her whole time. That's exactly what she was doing. What's the money? Somebody didn't know. Somebody not the source of somebody's money. Somebody was doing divination. So somebody was saying that I was giving them money, and now they finding out that they was doing divination. Or through a read and somebody found something out about some money. What's the divination? Somebody, in order to do divination, you gotta heal. What's the source in the reverse? Confused, exactly. Yeah, me too. What's the confusion? Somebody was confused about some abundance, or they confused to find out who the abundance. So because she's not connected to source, because she works for the devil, because she is the devil. This is impossible for this abundance pack to be hers, because you have to be a healer. You have to be in alignment. You have to be sweet, compassionate, and innocent in order to have this type of soulmate union. That's why this hoe is under judgment. She didn't know that. She didn't know. She thought she could just come and snatch my... Remember, we just seen they didn't know my spiritual rank. They didn't know that they wouldn't be able to bind me. What they didn't know? They didn't know that they wouldn't, and I'll just say that they wouldn't be, that she wouldn't be able to impersonate me. We already seen, what was that? Stolen identity and identity fraud. This stupid girl. You stupid, stupid girl. You stupid, stupid girl. She literally thought she was finna walk in my meat suit. Literally. Somebody is not karmic. That's why they don't want this backwards hoe. Somebody listening to their intuition, or they didn't. That she was backwards, and that he was backwards, and that they wouldn't be able to bind me. What the ancestors got to say about this dried up, musty, hairy ass, literally. She shouldn't have never trusted that she would be able to get my soul contract. That she would be able to steal my soulmate union. She shouldn't have never trusted that. Remember, she didn't know, though. She didn't know my spiritual rank. She didn't know that she wouldn't be able to impersonate me. What the ancestors got to say about this pick me of, this is the, you gonna go down as the pick me of the lifetime. Most, you know, you see the shows, what's the Snapped and the, whatever else, other, I don't watch those type of shows, but you know I'm talking about the Snapped and how people be snapping on people and killing them. What's the one, with the, damn, I forget, but them type of shows. She gonna go, you gonna be on one of them shows, you gonna go down in history to do all this behind a man that obviously we already seen is not paying you no attention. You steady doing all these love spells and come to me spells and whispering in the dream state, astral projected and remote viewing and shit, trying to get him to think about you and want you and crave you. Call me, call me, call me now, head Miss Cleo head ass. For a nigga to want you. What the ancestors got to say about this dusty, dried up hoe? She feel like she was abused by this backwards ass family and this fake ass emperor. Or the ancestors is abusing her for working with this fake ass family and this hired lover because you wanted my life. What's the family in the reverse? I'm not obsessed with somebody. Oh, my ancestors is on her ass for rocking her, for trying to abuse me. Somebody was not, this was never supposed to be your life. It's not your family. It's not your family. It's not your man. It's mine. You were never supposed to have a family with him. You were never supposed to be his divine feminine. You have to be in alignment. That's why you didn't get what you manifested. This is like kindergarten over here. What part of this aren't you getting? He was never obsessed with you. That's why y'all don't got no family together. What the fuck is going on here? What the hell? What's the family in the reverse? That's the only way she would have been able to impersonate me, is if he was obsessed with her. Family in the reverse. She didn't want something to end. Something is not game over because I was never in competition. Somebody said I was backwards, that I was jealous and possessive, resentful, and inflexible. So this is the, it always comes out that I'm not jealous and envious. I was never obsessed with somebody. Somebody thought that I would be because, oh, maybe this backwards ass mama said that because she jealous and envious. And she told somebody, don't stop, it's not over. What the fuck is this? Something wasn't a bright idea to do with a rich guy. So my mama is the one who got all these people going with these lies. She's so jealous. She's so envious. She'll do anything. What the fuck is this? What's the Taurus in the reverse? Abundance. Like I said, they said I was backwards, that I was jealous and resentful and inflexible. That's what they told a soulmate, or that's what a soulmate said. They wasn't expecting for the lie that they told to be exposed. They wasn't expecting for people to know that I was a divine being and for her to be seen as the op. A backwards ass or a Pisces. Something about a Pisces. What's the game over in the reverse? It's not game over for something. For some money. It's not game over for some money. Somebody was doing divination, calling on the devil in order for people to admire them. They bothered as fuck about a soulmate union. They wasn't expecting to be exposed. It's no ending to this money. What's the no ending to this money? My shit is guarded, period. It's safe. It is in a secure facility that these little demonic grabbing fingers can't touch. What's the money? Awakening. People is awakening that they can't steal my abundance because of who I believe in, because of who got my back. Who's this divine masculine down here? He worked with a backwards ass empress. Who's the divine masculine? Or he wanted me to be backwards. He wanted me to be low vibing. He's low vibing. Who's the divine masculine? And I ended up healing. And now people see him as a backwards rich guy. Who's the divine masculine? He knew I wasn't an op. He still tried to abuse me. Damn. A backwards ass Cancer. He worked with a backwards ass Cancer. Who's the mature woman in the reverse? Still successful. He wanted me to be backwards and low vibing because he was backwards and low vibing, because he was into nefarious activities, because he's diabolical, because he's nasty, because he doesn't know who he wants to be, his sexuality. And another thing that I've been thinking as I watched the readings back, now that his mask is ripped off, this Jezebelian, this old dirty bastard, this hired fake ass lover to be my handler that was supposed to get me sick and make me crazy and play as, and so I would marry him and they would be able to steal all of this out the courthouse. Now that his mask is ripped off, all the identities, remember he's an impersonator, all the identities that he was hiding behind, now their mask is unraveling. So that's why I'm getting the different vibes for the rich guy, different vibes for the authority figure, different vibes for like the rich, or you know, the other cards in the deck. That's why I'm getting different vibes, because now they're masked. Now it's daytime to shine. The fuck, we done tore his ass to shreds. I mean, he like it like that, don't get me wrong, but not in this way, not for the public to see, right? Now that his mask is off, next is everybody else. Get in line, the fuck. What else? Abuse. What's this? This priest. This who we talking about. This hired lover. This dirty, death magic, skeleton using, blood magic using, just nasty. Doo-doo poop. Sleeping with animals using. Ew, just nasty. Well, that's what you get. That's that on that third party. Let's try and move this along. Oh, I done put my other cards back. What was the other cards that came out? Hold on. All right, we back. So this whole, we done talking about this third party, Galatia. I'm tired of you coming out on my motherfucking table, bitch. That's why your ass is going through what you going through. Judgment on that ass. Let's see how that shit feels. Like it said, mark my words, the fuck. So we got manifestations in the reverse. Yeah, exactly. Psalms 91 on that, on your fraud ass. The fuck. Manifestations in the reverse. Somebody was codependent on something, off with their head. Ooh-wee, that's what Anubis said. Anubis made sure, the god of the underworld is making sure that y'all ain't gonna get what you manifested. I think it came out before that somebody was trying to summon Anubis to come for me. And he got there and smacked far off their ass and then came over to me and told me what they did. Off with their head. That's what he said. For a stripper. Or because they said I was a stripper. They manifestations. Once again, heavy on the manifestations is not within reach. Your manifestations isn't within reach in the reverse. That goes to Jasmine P. Remember, it came out the other day that she thought that she was going to be a celebrity, and it's a no. The devil was here to collect because somebody was hiding information about somebody being codependent. They promised my soul to the devil for fame, and they can't deliver. Psalms 91 on that ass. They always knew who I was. A brother. The audacity. Somebody brother always knew who I was, and he still took on this responsibility, thinking that he was going to get crowned some type of achievement. He ignored the warnings. He broke spiritual law. They thought I was going to be codependent. Anubis is on their ass. guiding them right to the underworld for trying to rob me by making me codependent. They tried to make me codependent. They tried to make, remember, they wanted me to need them. We seen that earlier. Manifestations in the reverse. That's exactly why people need to hear my story. People need to hear my story because people do be going around jealous of your potential and what it is that you could have. And instead of them doing the work to try and get like you, they decide that they're going to do work to try and take your shit so they can be you. Why do the work when I can just take your shit with spell work and then be you? Why? Just I knock you off. Why? It's never happening to you. It's always happening for you. Remember that. And these people was acting like bitches. Now they acting like bitches because I know what they did. Exactly. And they can't lie. Remember, they have no defense. That came out the other day. They know what fucking time it is. All these people that tried to rob me, that was jealous of my potential. People need to hear my story. That's why they be wanting people to have addictions and toxic and bad habits. It don't matter what you addicted to. They just want you to be low vibrational. Blasphemy. Fortune favored the bond. Somebody with addictions work with this person. They thought that they was going to get some type of fortune. People need to hear your story. And they mad about it. This what happened to me. How you mad? Oh, because I'm talking about you. People need to hear my story. People listening to me talk about what these people did to me. And they mad that I'm talking about them. It don't matter. The elements is at play. What the fuck you gonna do? Remember, it came out the other day, feeling froggy, jump. And this what you gonna jump into, the fuck? The elements are at play. The universe, the air, the atmosphere, the elements are at play for me. We got the god of the underworld, the elements. That's like Mother Gaia. That's like tornadoes, storms, the fuck, vibrational peaks and shit. The elements are at play. That's God's wrath. The fuck. They bit off more than they can chew. They promised my soul to the devil for fame. It came out before that this third party did that, and then we learned the other day that Jasmine P did that too. And the whole time, now they finding out the devil worked for me. They thought they got rid of the evidence, but it's been found. They promised my soul to the devil, look, because they wanted my lover. And that was that was a perfect storm. Because remember, it thrusted me into my awakening, remembering who the fuck I am, and that I'm more powerful than these bitches, the fuck. And then they was going around saying that I sold sex. Now they family is blaming them. Because they did tell them that I sold sex. Change is good, and yes, it can hurt. They just told that girl, you should have let that shit go. Why you go around lying on that girl like that? Because you wanted to be with that man. If he wanted to be with you, bitch, he would have chose you. The fuck? Obviously, you there to grab. You there to pick the fuck up. Obviously, he didn't want to pick your ass the fuck up, or he would have. And please, by any means necessary, you act like I'm holding on to him. He has free will, okay? He can go where I ain't got not near nigga chain down, okay? He keep getting me pregnant, not the other way around. Trust and believe. Change is good, and yes, it can hurt, girl. You should have let that shit go. Instead, you decided to do dream magic. Now you got to make your next move your best move, because people doing their own research and they finding out that you is a part of this secret society, and you do got a God complex. Yeah, it was fun until the rabbit got the gun. Somebody chose to be my frenemy. They lie when you ask them how they doing. They really about to crash out. Shonique. Oh shit, she can see us. Shonique finding out that I know what she did. The Galactic Federalization is on that ass because she worked for the devil. Ooh wee, and she committed blasphemy. She worked with these people because fortune favored the bond. They all bit off more than they can chew. Because here I am, still steady, standing in alignment. The audacity to promise my soul to the devil so you can have fame. Chakras balanced. Ask your gods. That's what I did. That's how I'm able to solve my own case using my psychic powers, because I asked them what the fuck was going on, and they told me what to do and to find out what was happening. And that's what I did. That's how I found out that they was trying to oppress me. They was trying to keep me low vibrational, that they wanted me to be toxic and to be around toxic people so then I would pick up the toxic habits. So they were doing poverty spells. something was unintentional, for exactly. I didn't know that this is what this was going to lead to. I didn't know that this is what I was going to find out. I didn't know that this is what these people was doing. I didn't even know that this is what my ancestors was going to tell me to do. It was unintentional for me to be the new sheriff in town. I did it on accident. Remember, I defeated these people and didn't even know I was doing it. We just got a letter. I wonder who it's from. Shaquayla, again. Shaquayla talking to this sister now that was trying to knock me down to size. Exactly. Someone turned them against you. Grandpa Ronald. That's what Grandpa Ronald said. And he said, keep it up. You're not doing nothing but making me stronger, because you just doing it out of vain. Doing all this moon magic out of vain. That's what Shaquayla talking to the sister about, because I detached from her. My Akashic record, or since I detached from these people, that's why my Akashic records is available to me. The fuck? They was watching me and the popo was watching them. They had a dummy back in their bullshit. That's the word on the street. That's what Shaquayla asking this sister about. The dummy back in her bullshit was the hired lover. Word on the street. They all do spell work together. That's how they broke spiritual law. That's why they getting this karma like this. Ooh wee. A harsh truth is better than a soft lie. I know when it's cool when they do it. It's a problem when I do it. Fuck it. Hey, that was a power play. Somebody feel like this is a power play for me. It was unintentional and it came out to be a power play. It was cool when they was doing all this bullshit to me and I didn't know about it and I had no idea any of it was going on. But now that the ball is in my court and I'm in control and I done remembered who the fuck I is and the fact that I'm more powerful than these roaches. Ah, shit. A harsh truth is better than a soft lie. I am soft in my own case. Only thing I had to do was ask my gods. It was a dream. It was all a daydream that these people would be able to get me stuck in a karmic loop by using this mad scientist, or that's what a mad scientist is finding out, that hired this hit off the dark. Oh, the mad scientist is the hired hit off the dark web. Remember in season 1, I told y'all how he told me that he was trying to find some spell work that he could whip together. He the kitchen witch too. He had so many goddamn pots and pans, and then looking back on it and think you had all them pots and pans out because you was trying to concoct a spell to do on me is crazy work. So this mad scientist is the hired lover, the handler, the crazy stalker ex, the hired hit off the dark web. He's the mad scientist. He was trying to concoct the plan to try and take me out. This is the toxin. He tried to poison me. He's, this forbidden spiritual spouse. Exactly. Something about Vicky is guilty. Somebody will pass away. They do black magic on everybody they meet. A harsh truth is better than a soft lie. It's cool when they do it. It's a problem when I do it. Fuck it. It's a power play because I'm actually a real deal Holyfield out this bitch and none of these hoes can beat me. Power play. This crazy stalker nigga, not nobody working with him no more because of me. And that's the current energy. And power play. Period. Because I'm pulling all these hoes cards. I'm pulling every whole card in the motherfucking deck. That's my power. And the fact that I'm doing it and I'm speaking straight facts and God is backing me and angels and ancestors and demons and devils is backing me. Who the fuck gonna check me, boo? Who gonna check me, boo? Who gonna check me? That's how I escaped the trap that these people laid for me. And they even hid cameras in my house. The audacity. They hid cameras in my house. Exactly. They talk about, oh, she slept there. She got a little bit of something under there. I see why they in competition with her. Not nobody working with their asses no more. Let's see what else so we can wrap this up. I got like 5 videos to piece together because my storage kept messing up. They spiritually tied. I escaped the trap that they laid for me. Now they bound to the magic because it didn't work. They spiritually tied to each other. It's soul ties, this covenant that they made. They sexually bonded. That's the entity attachment that they all have. That lust demon, that lust monkey, that lust attachment. They all have that. They gave my picture to practitioners. They think I'm doing something to them. Nah, that's us. That's what our ancestors said for this revenge porn. Didn't I just say they had them cameras streaming in my house and then was putting me on the dark web, having people subscribe to me? This hitman, he fell in love. The fuck? This the hitman, the hired lover, the handler. He ended up falling in love. Don't shoot the messenger. He did all of this. He did all of this because he ended up falling in love with me and I ended up leaving him. He can't take rejection. Don't shoot the messenger. This whole town is corrupt. I forgive you, but my ancestors want it back in blood. Ooh, and that goes to Granny. You're not safe. This is not a game. Nobody's playing with you. This is not for play. This is very much so real. And only thing y'all got to do is wait on time and you'll see it for yourself. This is not a game. The ancestors told them to stop and they didn't listen. They should have found something safe to do because playing with me, not safe. That's what Miss Jackie said. Miss Jackie was even calling me. Shut up. Miss Jackie gave me a call and told me to pick up. And she the one who helping me with this bright idea to rip these hoes' mask off and expose the identity of the real, true, genuine, and authentic divine feminine. The only one that was left this pathway. The only one that is in alignment for it. The only one that is capable of fulfilling this destiny, this prophecy. Once you see the truth, you can't unsee it. They lie when you, they was trying to trap you the whole time. God used you to trap them. And this go to this raggedy old ass Aunt Saint. She a dead man walking for doing all this mental magic, this confusion spells, wanting me to take myself out. And it's receipts on what this hoe did. It's receipts that it's my motherfucking birthright. And these hoes tried to steal it from me because they was drying the fuck up and out. They did spell work on them so they can do spell work on me. Thank God. Thank God. Because I'm telling you, if I would have found out that I was fucking a gay nigga. Know when to hold them and know when to fold them. Thank God I know when to hold them and I know when to fold them. These people was expecting me to hold a grudge. Remember, they was expecting for me to hold a grudge so that I would self-sabotage and so that they can judge me. And instead, now they're being judged because they just hate that I work for myself. These people are loose ends trying to make me a loose ends. How you gonna make the powerful alchemist? Oh no, they loose ends because of me, because I alchemized the energy, because it was never happening to me, it was happening for me. Now that these people going through the same thing, they acting like bitches. They acting like bitches. At the fact that I know what they did and that they can't lie about it no more. They know what the fuck time it is. All these hoes that tried to rob me and I still end up saving myself. They was expecting for me to be holding a grudge. Somebody that was codependent on this plan working was hiding information that the devil would be here to collect all these people. That's what Jasmine P was finding out. She thought that her manifestations was was within reach, and it's a no. Mine is though, and it's off with this whole head because she said that I was a stripper. She always knew who I was. She knew about a brother, or because of her brother, she knew who I was. So let me find out that this the other family that do magic, because I went to school with her brother. I knew her brother before I knew her. I didn't know nothing about this girl, and I knew her brother before I even met my baby dad number one. Like that, who that said? Jasmine P. Yeah. I went to school with her brother. I went to high school, I think middle school too. High school and middle school with her brother. And he went back and told this hoe about my energy. And I'm cracking the fuck up. What's the seed? These Mason, they family is, oh shit, you done exposed your whole family. So Jasmine P. family is tied to the Freemasons too. What's the high priestess? Oh shit, she can see us. I can see them. The galactic federalization is telling me what these hoes did to me. They lie when you ask them how they doing. They really about to crash out. Shelnique, she's a friend of me. To me, she about to crash out. She worked for the devil. All these people work for the devil. That's how I know, because the galactic federalization is the one giving me the insights and the clarity. The fuck? Somebody is an attention-seeking whore. They got addictions. They was jealous of my potential. She going through an instant backfire, whoever this is. She having dark thoughts about working with these people, thinking that she was going to get some type of fortune. Who this attention-seeking whore? She experiencing paranormal activity, this third party. Somebody got a question about an illusion. Oh, shit. What's the question about the illusion? Did I really disconnect from this handler? Or they did all of this because I disconnected from him, this person that wanted my lover? They got a question about how to disconnect from this hired. Bitch, I know you motherfucking lying. I know this ain't your question. You trying to ask me how you can disconnect from the person that you plotted and planned all of this with? Bitch, I know you fucking lying. I know you fucking lying because it's not funny no more. You wanted me to be sick so you can blame it on me, and you said I was dead. Now you stressed out. trying to find out how you can disconnect. I know you motherfucking lying. I got a question about this illusion. How do I disconnect from this handler? Child, you can't. The fuck? I think that answers your question. You can't. You're guilty, bitch. You're gonna go through this karma. You're gonna feel God's wrath. It don't matter what you do. You can't, oh shit, I don't want to be an attention seeker no more. I don't want to do this. Remember, she didn't know my spiritual rank. She didn't know that the universe would be on her ass like this. She didn't know that God himself, not the devil that she worshiped, they worship God. The one who created heaven and earth. The one that created this raggedy bitch. She didn't know. She didn't know. You can't run. You can't hide. There's nothing you can do. What's the question about this illusion? I'm speaking straight facts. Somebody that traveled is meeting the Grim Reaper. What's the question? Word on the street. Is that these people tried to oppress me and that they was doing poverty spells. And that there's a new sheriff in town. And that I didn't even mean to do it. My Akashic Records is just available to me. And this is what it looks like when your Akashic Records are available to you. You take a leap of faith. And that's all I did. And that's why I'm exposing how these people was trying to control how people see me. Their family does magic. They all do spell. Everybody family in this bitch do magic. They all do spell work together. And it's all over social media. I wasn't supposed to know that. That Archangel Michael protected me. And that it was a powerful soul in this meat suit. Not somebody got the poker face because God is wishing a bitch would. That goes to these looking ass elites that knew about this identity fraud and did nothing. Yeah, Psalms 91 on that ass. The fuck? Because God will command his angels surrounding me. My foot shall not strike against a stone. The fuck? They promised my soul to the devil and they can't deliver. These elites was, remember Cousin Cam, so he promised my soul to the devil, the elites. And that's who can't deliver. Exactly. Yeah, it's all true. It's all true. What you seeing on the internet about how these people went around lying. Yeah, people doing their own research. It's true. I know. It's crazy, right? I know. So they promised my soul to the devil, these elites, and they worked with them in order to get my soul. Like, okay, you say this is who she is. They know who the fuck I is. These elites. And that's why they worked with these people to get all these handlers to come for me. You paid all these people money to work with them because the elites wanted their piece too. The fuck? Liquid courage. What's this disconnect from this handler? This heart. Exactly. This hoe want to know how do she get the energy off of her from working with him and what she did and what she conjured up. This forbidden spiritual spouse. Vicky, maybe Vicky did something to get me stuck in a karmic loop with this guy. Maybe that's how he married me in the spiritual realm is because of Vicky. What's this? Third party. She got a question about an illusion. How to disconnect from this handler. And this child. We just got a letter. I wonder who it's from. Now I'm trying to close out the read, ho. Why you come out here? This sister again. There's a new sheriff in town because I'm standing in my power. And these people, all three of these people, my crazy stalker ex, my baby dad crazy stalker ex, and my sister who has always wanted to be me and who has hated and envied me my whole life, they all work together. And Shaquela was the connection to Cousin Cam, aka her longtime boyfriend baby dad. Now they looking for this hoe because I thought you said if we worked with you that I thought you said. They was all just jealous of my potential. So they all worked together to knock me down to size. What's going on with Shaquela in this letter that she got? Blasphemy. Shaquela committed blasphemy. Ooh, that's what the Galactic Federalization is saying about her. She worked for the devil. She worked with all these people because they thought that they was going to gain some type of fortune if they all bonded together. And they going through an instant backfire. That shit backfired instantly. This who having dark thoughts. This who really got addictions. She drinking. She was just jealous of my potential. The Galactic Federalization got them about to crash out. Shaquela is finding out that what she did was considered blasphemy by the Galactic. Did you even know that existed? Because I didn't before I got into tarot. 44:33 on the clock. The Galactic Federalization said that you committed blasphemy. They thought they got rid of the evidence, but it's been found. She thought nobody was going to know that she worked for the devil. What's going on with Shaquela here? She's an enemy. She got a God complex. It was fun until the rabbit got the gun. She worked with Shonique. They all got the... Ooh-wee. Shaquela. Look, I knew this was going to come out. She worked with Jasmine P. Don't they know each other? The devil was here to collect. They was hiding information. My manifestations is still within reach. That's why it's off with their head. They was codependent, and they thought I was, or that I would be, and I ended up saving myself from them trying to be able to rob me. They know what time it is, because what I know is why these people is loose ends. These elites is making these people loose ends, because if you're still alive, then you can tell that we hired you to do all of this. And the CIA, the elites, the even people higher than them, they ain't trying to, they don't want to know that they do magic. They don't want to know. Golden child. They all was codependent on me. And the Grim Reaper coming to get me. They was all codependent on me self-sabotaging and not growing, healing, and evolving. All these enemies. What's Jasmine P and Shaquela had going on? They steady trying to block my social media because I'm exposing that. Ooh, Archangel Azrael on that ass. Because you was living up to somebody else's expectations. Now you trying to block my social media because I'm telling how you playing magic. The magic didn't work, so now you bound to it. Ooh, wee. Physical court date coming up for a kitchen witch that was used as a pawn. Ooh, wee. Maybe Jasmine P, the kitchen witch that was used as a pawn. Or Shaquela. Ooh, literally a big bag. It's giving Shaquela. Ooh, a big back. And that's the motherfucking truth. Ace of Swords coming from the golden child. And how they was all codependent on me. Ooh wee. Somebody came out before that they was making fake social media accounts. With this high priest. Exactly. They did black magic in order to get them to work with them. Let's see what Archangel Azrael got to say. We're going to cover it. We're going to end it up. Oh, they tried to cover up that somebody got addictions. Or why they were saying that I had addictions, or why they wanted me to have addictions. They needed me to have addictions because I'm not vain. They was doing moon magic, and they didn't do nothing but make me stronger. I'm still not vain. These people are, though. Archangel Azrael, they wanted me to have addictions. They was doing poverty spells to oppress me. And that's the only way it would have worked. And instead, I took a leap of faith. Come through. Or somebody took a leap of faith to do this. I took a leap of faith. That's why my Akashic Records is available to me. I got uncomfortable. I made a change, even though it hurt. I cut these hoes off. Now, that's how I know that their family does magic. It's all over social media that, like I said earlier, that all these people, families, do magic. That's how they get everything they have. It's with spell work. Not because they did the work and God rewarded them for it. They was trying to control how people see me. They wanted me to be oppressed, so they was having people, families, doing poverty spells on me. Change is good, and yes, it can hurt. It's all over social media that they do spell work together, and that it's a powerful soul in this meat suit. They came for the right, wrong one, and they got the poker face because God is smacking hoes on the back of the neck, including these elites. The fuck? I wasn't supposed to know that they was... that the elites is finna make them loose ends, because like I said, the elites knew that they was doing identity fraud. Psalms 91 on that ass. And Archangel Michael wished a bitch would. The fuck?